Hey everybody. Well, got that old-fashioned drip, drip, drip going on out here at the outside faucet. Got the water turned off, so it's not gushing out. But what we got is this started leaking the other day. And I've had leaks before your ball has leaks. And it's a 1/2 inch, by the way. If you're ever doing this, make sure you get the right one. But I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so she was leaking, and when they're leaking, I've had, I just fixed a shower for the same thing. I got a video I'm going to be putting up about that. That little leak will make your water bill go up substantially, especially like where I live. The price water isn't that bad, but if you live where it's like high, you do not want a leak. Not even, a small leak is going to cost you in the pocketbook. Well, anyways, all right, so everybody, you can go on YouTube and they show you how to take one of these off. It's pretty simple. You get yourself 2 wrenches, and I had this one. Actually, I used this one here. I used to hold this, so you don't want to put all this pressure on it and then mess up what's behind here going into the house. You want to have torque on this, force on this one when you're turning this one. Get this to rotate off. And it came off quite easily. I was surprised because it's been on there a long time, I know that, but it came off real easy. But this is, so I can run down to the hardware store and buy a new one. I have no idea what it costs. But like when I was a kid, everybody would replace the washer inside. Even our kitchen sink and bathtubs, everything had this type getup going on. Where you could take this and unscrew it. Take this, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. Take that, unscrew it, right? Then this comes out. See? You gotta unscrew this one and then unscrew that one. And this whole gadget comes out. And this is where the problem was. The washer in here was worn out. My dad always had a little round cardboard cylinder filled with all types of washers, and they were for this purpose. And they were made of leather back then. Today they're rubber. I don't know which would be better. I don't know if the new system's better. I don't care. But I'm going to just try this out. And if it works, great. Maybe it'll last for the rest of my life. Because, I'm old. And if I save a few bucks, I'm happy. I'm just doing this kind of for an experiment. So let me show you what I got. The old washer is still on there, but there's a new one I added in. That black washer in there, it's a little bit ate up, but I put this one here, the like red one I'll call it, in there, which, it's like adding, that's what they'd do. They'd pull it off and they'd add a washer to, thicken it, to seal it up again. So, just gotta hook this up and screw it back in. Now this screw was a little bit difficult getting out. I was afraid I was going to strip it, but I did get it out. Okay, so I'm going to tighten this thing up now. I'm going to pull this out of the camera so I can get a better grip on it, because you want this tight. Might work, might not. All right, I got it, I'd say good and tight. Good and tight. I think that means something in German, I don't know. Gut and tight, something like that, I don't know. Anyways, so now I'll take this. It's got that, you saw that little orange piece added in there to give this. Well, I did it wrong. I wanted that orange piece on the outside. Now I changed mine. Actually, I'm going to leave that orange piece on the inside. All right, so we got that. And now I just got to take it. Sorry about all this moving around, but I'm like a blind man here. Get this in and screw this in now. All right, you see there? Maybe you can see in there. I hope. But that little washer, there's a hole in here. Maybe you can see it now. The lighting isn't good. But when I turn this, see that? See that? That's coming out, and that's closing that hole up. And if that washer's worn, the water will come through here and it'll leak out. So that's in there tight. It is tight. And then you take this and screw this on and get that in there nice. Now the only thing I got to do, I'm going to clean these threads and put some plumbing tape around it. Just going to use this. They don't look too bad. Not bad at all. Actually, you can see the copper looking okay. There's no calcium buildup really. Maybe a little bit. Oh, here goes that old AC. All right. Then, like I says, put this tape on there. I should have that off. That should work. I mean, if it leaks, then I'll just go buy another faucet. But I wanted to try, sometimes you just want to try out that old school stuff and see if it works. It'd be fun, if it don't, oh well. I'm retired, I'm old, I got nothing to do. My wife's taking care of our oldest daughter right now. All right, we're gonna turn that by hand. That might be good, for real, because it wasn't on that tight. All right, I'm gonna it's shut off. I gotta go turn the water on, so I'll pause in it. Okay, the water pressure's back on. We got an outside handle, you can turn it, close it, open it and close it. And when I, shut it off, of course the water came out, and then when I opened it back up, this is off, and I opened it up slow. That's what I've been told to do. They say don't just crank it up and let the water pressure go through. I really don't know why. I guess it has something to do with the air in the line. But anyways, no leak, dude. Let's see. Maybe I turn and no water comes out either. That'd be something, huh? Hey, check it out. I'm letting the air come out of there. Eureka! We hit oil. I don't have to, before I was, up until I just did this, I was cranking this thing tight. I knew it was getting ready to go. And I've reached another point in my life where I'm getting sick of this stuff. You get old and you start to lose your confidence in doing things. But there you go. That little piece of washer I guess if you Harbor Freight might sell them. I don't know, because I got a box from Harbor Freight, of all those little O-rings. So they might sell washers too. And like I said, I don't know what one of these sells for. Next time I'm at the hardware store, I'm going to make it a note to check it out. And if I don't forget, I'll put it in the comments section how much it would have cost me. This literally cost me nothing. That little washer was just hanging around. It was the only one I had. But there it was in one of my boxes of junk, and I'm happy about this. So everybody like, subscribe, and you know what I'm gonna say, ring the bell. Let me go ring that old bell quick. Bell fell on my toe. That ain't good. All right, everybody. Happy wrenching.